case next?
I need to talk about Paul.
Yeah,
I've got to make a call in a few minutes, but
okay.
I just need to.
So let's
just got to update you.
Let's do that.
He's
No,
giving
let's
me a lot of trouble.
just help us mark the task, because I want.
Oh look, come on, Dick, don't give me this marking the task. I just need to tell the team that this kid is causing a lot of trouble.
Peter.
I mean,
you need to help, all right? If we're going to help, you've got to work us out why you want to tell the team something. You've got to give these guys something to chew on, something to work with, all right? So how do we help you? You've got to walk out of this meeting feeling a bit helped, yeah? Otherwise this meeting is no good. So just stop and think what you would like us to help you with.
Okay, well he's just causing a lot of, he's causing a lot of worry. He's just, okay. I mean, things have got a lot worse this week because he's now saying he wants to kill himself.
Okay, so is that the key thing? Is you want to plan about how to respond to that?
Yeah, because it really gets to me. I've known him for quite a long time, and now this has come up, and I really.
But actually, if just in this meeting now we've got 3, 4, 5 minutes, so we're going to have to put something together quick. But if we know our task is some sort of, what is it, around just a safety plan?
Yeah, I need to know what to do. I feel I'm not sure what to do.
Okay, cool.
So
I'm up for that. Okay. So we've got 4 or 5 minutes. Okay. We're going to try and get a safety plan together. Yeah. All right. Okay. So I'm sorry to be sort of pushy, but actually it's really helpful for us just to know. Okay. So just give us the bones then, and I'm going to really keep you to the bones.
Okay. Well, as you, he's got charged because he's been involved in some more shoplifting. He's going to come to court on Friday. He's really upset about it, and not that he's sort of saying that, but he's been talking for a long time how he's never going to go back into prison. He's been really clear about that, and this is really shaking him up.
And you mentioned suicide. Yeah. So go on to just let's get
well,
that.
He said that he's going to kill himself rather than go into prison.
Has he been more specific about?
Yeah, no, he's talked about he's talked about going down to the railway, and that's kind of, and that scares me because you
in your sort of hunch centre, do you have a sense of intent, or has he talked about intent? He may have had ideas, but has he? Yeah,
well, he says he says it in that way because half the time he's completely stoned anyway, so it's quite difficult, how to quite to make sense of it. But he talks about he's read about people throwing themselves in front of a train, and that he just wants it to be quick, and he's not going to mess about, and all that.
Going to pause you now because you said you got to make this phone call.
Yeah.
So is there anything else that you think we need to know in order for us to just have a bit of a think together about your dilemma and about a plan, because that's where we want to get to.
Okay. No.
Anything else you've missed out? I mean, we know.
Nothing else to keep things.
Okay. Let's just stop. I know Peter wants us to get to the business end, but let's just mentalise Peter for a second or so. We know him well.
I think Peter seems quite freaked out by this, and I think that's quite right to be freaked out by this. I mean, Paul's, he pushes boundaries and he's got a bit of bravado and stuff like this, but actually he's been in a bad place this last sort of few days, and so actually I think it's absolutely right that Peter is really worried about this.
I'm looking around. Is anyone in disagreement that Peter's it's not unreasonable for him to be? Okay, so let's move straight on then into kind of Paul. I mean,
he sounds pretty bad to me. I believe it. I believe him. I feel like he must be. I've only met him a couple of times, but he's not the sort of boy that makes these sorts of statements.
It's a bit new.
It's new, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's new.
And he has painted himself into a bit of a corner because he's had that sort of
I think he
stuff
feels
about
trapped.
it.
I think he feels trapped.
The plan is quite specific, isn't it? That he has got quite a clear plan.
Train.
That is, and it is one of those methods that is, pretty serious.
High lethality. Okay. So Peter, look. Okay, where we've got to is good call to be anxious. We're concern too. Do you want to have any thoughts about, well, you know, where you have sort of would anything come out of that, or would you like us to help you sort of generate a plan? But what makes sense?
I suppose I'd really like to be clear. What should we do with a kid who we think is seriously suicidal? I mean, there must be other people who can help with this. I don't really know the system very well,
sure.
but presumably
We've got
there's somebody. Where do we go?
It seems to me
there's a duty team, isn't there, for young people? It's like a CAMS sort of crisis team who do assessments and then
totally fits for me to get in contact with them as an urgent, not as a routine.
So we can find the number and I could ring them and what do they do?
When you're going out to make these phone calls, maybe you've got time to do this, or would you need like someone else to do
no, I can do that.
You've got that?
Yeah,
Okay.
This is
Yeah. So we're just coming to the end of the meeting. So Liz, you've done this before, have you?
I mean, I've got the number actually.
Can you share that? So yeah, the basic thing is to be absolutely clear about, you know, all the basic details, demographic details, name and address, how old he is. They always ask that. But to make absolutely clear that, you know, he's known quite well here, and we are genuinely worried that this is an immediate threat. Otherwise, it's quite easy for him to get put into a kind of longer waiting list. But he probably needs to be seen today or tomorrow, kind of thing.
It might be quite good to sort of think about you being available when that meeting happens, because I'd imagine he might not want to, he might not engage with anybody, and I think because he knows you well,
he's
kind of you might need to be there to sort of, you know, bridge it.
Okay. Well, I've got other stuff I've got to be doing this week, so how
We
might
can-
be a bit of help just juggling that around.
We can shuffle stuff, and that this is the priority. This is the priority.
I could go to that planning meeting because you're the one with the relationship with Paul, so if I go
This is
to
where
that
we should
planning
move things around so you can do that. There's no one else in the building at the moment that's anywhere near that level of risk.
And I'm supposed to be off on Wednesday, so I'm just a bit worried what, you know, I don't know if anybody can
Well,
just keep a bit of that.
I've met him a couple of times. He knows me, so I'd be happy to maybe.
You could check in and just.
Or something.
And can you talk about John a little bit beforehand, even if you could sort of just pass by and meet, so that he's aware of that beforehand, so he doesn't just find that you're not there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But hopefully he'll have seen someone before then. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry to be pushy at the front, but actually, you really, that's right. That's a good call.
Okay.
Yeah.